Hello everyone, my name is Serafi and I'm happy to meet you all. And today we're going to be playing Gladiator Beasts. So, I've made this deck before on my channel, but I feel like Gladiator Beasts have a lot of interesting interactions and matchups in the current meta. I'd like to talk about kind of the advantages that Gladiator Beasts have and how you can really exploit those to get some free wins on ladder. I also put up a set of replays today, 10 replays that I did on stream, some really crazy games, back and forth, some of the best games I think I've had on this channel, so I definitely recommend you check out the replay video. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This skill is called Domain of the Gladiator Beasts. You can only use this skill's second effect once per duel if your deck contains 8 or more Gladiator Beast monsters. You cannot special summon, excluding special summons from the extra deck, any monsters except for Gladiator Beast monsters and Beast type monsters. Reveal one Gladiator Beast monster in your hand, then place one Gladiator Rejection from your deck, graveyard, or among your banished cards on your field face down. So, the Gladiator Rejection, because it can come from the graveyard, or the banished zone even, it means that you only have to play one of it. You can, if you open it, then you can just activate it, and then if your opponent destroys it, you can just play it again with the skill. So you literally don't have to worry about bricking on Gladiator Rejection, which is fantastic. This card is really, really good, except for the fact that it's like a bad card. It's a bad card unless it's an extra card. If it's an extra card, it's insane. So the skill is exactly what Gladiator Beast needed, and it's very powerful. But since Gladiator Rejection is going to be on your field every time, we'll start the main deck discussion with Gladiator Rejection. It's a continuous spell card. Your opponent cannot target Gladiator Beast monsters you control with card effects except during the battle phase. If a Gladiator Beast monster is special summoned from your main deck except during the damage step, you can special summon one Gladiator Beast monster from your deck with a different type from the monsters you control in defense position. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, your monsters not being able to be targeted with card effects except during the battle phase is very, very powerful. One card this really counters is Unchained Soul of Rage. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this card. It's very common in Unchained decks, and what it says is, during your opponent's main phase, you can target one face-up special summon monster your opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon one Dark Link monster except Unchained Soul of Rage by using only that monster's opponent monster and this card as material. So since it has to target and only during the main phase, Gladiator Rejection completely negates that. Now, you can potentially get targeted on your Rescue Rabbit, but Rescue Rabbit gets normal summoned, it doesn't get special summoned. What this does mean is if your opponent is playing Unchained Soul of Rage, you can't play a card like Test Tiger or Test Panther, because those are not Gladiator Beast monsters, but you just play your Gladiator Beast with your Rescue Rabbit and you beat over your opponent's Unchained Soul of Rage, because even though your monster can be targeted during the battle phase, Unchained Soul of Rage's effect can only be activated during the main phase. Another card that's another set of cards that you really have to worry about are the Sky Striker cards. So, for example, you have Sky Striker, Maneuver, Afterburners. If you control monsters, target one face-up monster on the field and destroy it. Well, your monsters can't be targeted, so it doesn't matter. In addition, Gladiator Beasts are really good against Sky Strikers. I have a replay that you guys will be able to watch because of this card, Gladiator Beast Heraklinos. This is a Fire Beast Warrior fusion monster that requires Gladiator Beast Lakari plus 2 Gladiator Beast monsters. It must be special summoned by shuffling the above cards you control into the deck. During either player's turn when a spell or trap card is activated, you can discard one card, negate the activation, and destroy it. This card must be face up on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. But it is not once per turn. So as long as you have cards in your hand to discard, Heraklinos can literally solo Sky Strikers. Every spell card they play gets negated and destroyed. It's actually kind of disgusting. So yes, Heraklinos is an excellent card against Sky Strikers, and probably one of the better cards to play in this meta. Let's talk about the rest of the deck. Gladiator Beast Vespasius. This is a level 7 Water Sea Serpent. At the start of the damage step, if your Gladiator Beast monster battles a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's really good. It's a really good effect. While you control this card, special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster itself or another Gladiator Beast, all monsters you control gain 500 attack points. At the end of the battle phase, you can shuffle this card into the deck to special summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck except Vespasius. Vespasius is used to summon Gladiator Beast Domitianus. Domitianus requires Vespasius plus 2 Gladiator Beast monsters, and must be special summoned by shuffling those cards into the deck. And then once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, as a quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So it's just a monster negate with no cost, similarly to Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Additionally, you choose the attack targets for your opponent's attacks always. So your opponent, if they attack, you get to target who they attack. And that includes having them attack directly. I actually won a game against Suships because, like, the Suship player had lethal on board, and he had lowered my Domitianus' attack points so that only his Gunkin Suship Uniclass could beat over it. But since Gunkin Suship Uniclass can also attack directly, and I chose the target, I had Uniclass attack me directly, then his other monsters couldn't beat over Domitianus. The effect that lowered my monster's attack points ended when the turn ended, and I beat him on the next turn. So very, very cool effect, being able to force your opponent to attack whatever you want. And then at the end of the battle phase of this card battled, you can return this card to the extra deck to special summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck, which you'll never do. Rescue Rabbit cannot be special summoned from the deck. You can banish this card you control to special summon 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters with the same name from your deck, but destroy them during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Rescue Rabbit once per turn. Okay, so Rescue Rabbit, definitely a 3 of. You use it to special summon your Gladiator Beast on Doll. You pull out 2 of those, and then you get your Rejection to summon your Vespasius. That is an immediate Domitianus. So Rescue Rabbit by itself gets you a 3,500 attack negate every single turn. Really, really cool. I love this deck. Gladiator Beast Darius. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can target a Gladiator Beast monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated, and it is shuffled into the deck when this card leaves the field. At the end of the battle phase, if this card attacked or was attacked, you can shuffle it into the deck and special summon a different monster. So Darius is useful to summon off of our Test Panther, because with Test Panther, you can send one of your normal summon monsters back to your deck to special summon Darius. Darius then revives one of the monsters you use to link summon Test Panther, and that can potentially allow you to go into your Domitianus if you already have Vespasius on the board. I do that several times in the replays, so you'll be able to see kind of, that's how you can get, if you have a good board, Darius allows you to get both your Domitianus and your War Chariot at the same time, which is a pretty difficult board to break. Gladiator Beast Equeste, we're playing this at 1 currently. Level 4 Winged Beast, when this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, target 1 Gladiator Beast card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. That can miss timing, so be careful. And then at the end of the battle phase, it can shuffle itself back. Gladiator Beast Laquari, we're playing 1 of these. It's a Beast Warrior, 1,800 attack points. If it was special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, its original attack becomes 2,100, and it can shuffle itself back. This card is necessary to make Heraclius. Test Tiger, 2 of these. If you control a face-up Gladiator Beast monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can tribute this card to target 1 face-up Gladiator Beast monster you control, shuffle that target into the deck, then special summon 1 Gladiator Beast from your deck, and treat it as though it was special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster. So Test Tiger is a way to get a couple of cards on the board, so it can special summon itself. You can immediately then link summon into Test Panther if you want to, or Test Tiger can shuffle one of your monsters back and then special summon a monster from your deck, which can then trigger your rejection. So potentially Test Tiger, if you have a Gladiator Beast monster, can turn 1 into 2 by sacrificing itself. So you don't really go plus on the board, but you do get Gladiator Beast monsters, which means that you potentially do some more fusions than you could if you just opened Test Tiger. It's an alright card. It's not the best card in the deck, but it does give you some options if you brick. Gladiator Beast Bestiari, level 4 Winged Beast monster. If this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, target a spell or trap on the field and destroy it. This is a mandatory effect, and it can target your own card, so be careful. And then it shuffles itself at the back to trade. Bestiari can be used to summon Gladiator Beast Gazaris. Gladiator Beast Gazaris is a level 6 Darkwing Beast. Requires Bestiari plus 1 Gladiator Beast monster. Shuffle it, special summon it by shuffling the above cards into the deck. When this card is special summoned, you can target up to 2 cards on the field and destroy those targets. That is when it's special summoned in any way. So if it's revived from the graveyard, if it's special summoned from being banished, something like that, it will still use its effect. So Gazaris is like the most repeatable effect ever. It is also not once per turn, so you can do this effect multiple times. At the end of the battle phase of this card battle, you can return it to the extra deck to special summon 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck, which is also crazy. A Sagittari, level 3 Wing Beast. If this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can discard 1 Gladiator Beast card to draw 2 cards. I've never used this effect. It's a useful effect to have on the back end, but really the deck is so focused on Domitianus that this effect is really kind of more of a recovery effect, and I've never had the opportunity to play it. Retziari, this card's pretty good. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's graveyard. It does miss timing, and then it can shuffle itself back. Gladiator Beast United. During the battle phase, shuffle into the deck from your hand, field, or graveyard the fusion materials that are listed on a Gladiator Beast fusion monster, then fusion summon, or special summon that fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So it is not fusion summoned, which means that you do not get to revive it. You can only activate 1 Gladiator Beast United per turn. You cannot declare attacks with a turn you activate this card except with Gladiator Beast monsters. So be careful. If you search this card, typically you'll search this card with Test Panther. That means you cannot attack with Test Panther or Nightmare Unicorn if you link Test Panther off the turn you activate it. So this is a very easy way for you to fusion summon your Domitianus, and that's what the artwork is. It's these 3 monsters combining to make Domitianus, because Vespasius is being used. Unexpected Die. If you control no monsters, special summon a level 4 or lower normal monster from the deck. So that will be your Undal, and that will trigger your rejection. So good starter. You have basically 8 starters, 3 Rescue Rabbits, 2 Test Tigers, and 3 Unexpected Dies. That'll all get you 2 monsters at least. Gladiator Beast Combat. Special summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your hand or graveyard with a different type than the monsters you control. It cannot be destroyed by battle forever. This is a really powerful card. You can use it to easily set up a fusion summon, or you can also use this to bring back one of your fusion monsters. And it has really interesting implications with Domitianus. So since Domitianus always forces your opponent to attack a monster, if you summon Domitianus, and Domitianus can never be destroyed by battle, it means that you can actually prevent your opponent from ever fighting you again, which happened to me tonight on stream. It was actually crazy. This card is great. Gladiator Beast Respite at 3. Shuffle 2 Gladiator Beast cards from your hand into the deck, then draw 3 cards. Again, that's pretty obviously a good card. Gladiator Beast Charge. Target face-up cards on the field up to the number of Gladiator Beast monsters you control with different names and destroy them. Really useful effect. Not once per turn. Definitely play it at 2. And then Gladiator Beast War Chariot. When an effect monster's effect is activated, if you control a face-up Gladiator Beast monster, negate the activation and destroy it. And this is a counter trap card, which means that it cannot be responded to except by another counter trap card. Very, very dangerous effect. Not once per turn. Searchable off of your Test Panther. Play it at 2. We are playing 1 copy of Gladiator Beast Esedari, which is a beast fusion monster with 2,500 attack points that can be made with any 2 Gladiator Beast monsters. Literally just like sometimes you need beef and you brick. And this card will be the out for that sort of thing. So it's better than not having it. You'll almost never make this card, but on the games that you do make it, it will win you the game. Nightmare Unicorn, you know what this card does. And then lastly, 2 copies of Test Panther. This is a Beast Link monster that requires 2 monsters, including a Gladiator Beast monster. If this card is Link Summon, you can add 1 Gladiator Beast card from your deck to your hand. Monster, spell, or trap. You can target 1 Gladiator Beast monster you control, shuffle that Gladiator Beast monster into the deck, and if you do, special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster with a different name from your deck. This is treated as a special summon by a Gladiator Beast monster's effect. Now, both these effects are once per turn, but a Test Panther is one of the rare monsters that can be used to make itself. So if you link Test Panther and you try and search and your opponent effect veilers your Test Panther, you can link that Test Panther and another monster into another Test Panther, and you will still be able to use the second effect if you want to. Alright, so that is the deck. Let's take a look at the replay. Alright, so we are going second against Heroes. 29 cards. The opponent is going to activate Emergency Call and add Stratos to their hand. Normal summon Stratos to search, grab Liquid Soldier, activate the skill, pitch the Stratos to set the Armed Dragon Thunder level 10. add 2 cards, flip the Armed Dragon level 10, set 3, and pass. Okay, it's our turn, and our opening hand is Gladiator Rejection, Gladiator Beast Comeback, Gladiator Beast Undal, Gladiator Beast Liquori, and Test Tiger. So we have some plays, but not too many. We don't have any of our best starters. We activate the Gladiator Rejection, and our opponent is going to immediately destroy this. That makes sense, because the card prevents our cards from being targeted, so he's not going to have another target, so he might as well pop this card. But that does mean that we can just use the skill to bring it back immediately. So we activate it again. Then we're going to activate Gladiator Beast Comeback to special summon the Gladiator Beast Liquori from our hand. Our opponent then activates Book of Moon. Okay. Well, unfortunately for our opponents, our monsters cannot be targeted. So he activates Book of Moon only to realize he has to target his own monster. Then we special summon Test Tiger and return the Liquori to the deck to special summon Bestiari, and that triggers Gladiator Rejection, so we can special summon from our deck. Our opponent is then going to activate Forbidden Droplet to protect their last back row, which is fine. Our Bestiari is negated. We special summon another monster from the deck. Then we're going to take those 2 monsters and return them back to play our Gizaris. Gizaris pop the last 2 cards. Then we normal summon Undal, and we attack for game. There you go. So being able to prevent our opponent from targeting our cards in the main phase is very, very dangerous, and being able to just bait out removal and then play our cards back with a skill is also very good. My name is Serafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.